Hi, I'm Peter from Coffee Parts. I'm here with Frank Andrews looking at the Coffeetech ZF64W. So Frank, you'll know this machine a lot better than me. Do you want to take away and explain this machine?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Pedro. Thanks for having me on. So the ZF64 is the commercial version of the DF64, the Coffeetech DF64 single dose grinder. So this is designed for cafes in mind, and it's designed to grind by weight.
Yep.
It can be used as a time-based grinder as well,
Yep.
but it's predominantly designed for grind by weight.
And it's using the same burr set as a DF64.
Same 64mm burr set, titanium coated, can be upgraded to DLC coated blades or any SSP or
SBs,
yeah. We've got a 1.2 kilogram hopper up the top here. You've got your grind adjustment dial up here, and then on the main screen itself, you'll see you've got your counters for single dose, double dose, and a total.
Yep.
The advantage of that is you can keep a monitor every week,
Yep.
the number of doses you're going through, and because you're grinding by weight, you can actually just multiply what you dosed out for that week, the number of doses that week, by the weight that you're dosing for, and gives you a rough idea how many kilos of coffee you've done in the week rather than guessing.
Makes it easier to reorder.
Reorder, that's right. Then over here you'll see we've got temperature and humidity reading. So there's a temperature for where the coffee beans are and temperature reading for the chute, and it gives you the overall humidity inside the grinder. There's also a exhaust fan on the back of the grinder. So once the bean temperature hits 30, or the bird temperature hits 36 degrees, that'll activate to try and cool down the birds as quickly as possible. So calibrating the grinder is very easy. You've got your scales down here, which is connected to the grinder. You press and hold the time button. It'll take you into calibration mode. You pop your weight down and just wait. Once you hear it beep, that's calibrated, so we've got 500 grams. So we know that that's ready to go. And then on the main dial up here, you can select between your single dose, double dose. We've got double dose set at 20 grams. You can adjust the fork up or down, so you can run it with dosing cups, or you can go grind straight into your portafilter. I personally prefer a dosing cup. Throw your dosing cup in there and you simply press your start button under here. It'll tear and then grind. And there you go, 20.1 grams.
And the grind from here at least looks very even and consistent.
It is very even consistent. If it, for whatever reason, you're a bit short, you can always go into your manual mode and just top it up.
Yep.
And the top up is very fine. So you can just see that quick press just gave us 0.2 of a gram. So,
and if you were to take the scale out, there's a cable there. You just unplug that cable and the grinder naturally goes into grind by time.
Yeah, that's right. So you just disconnect the scale, the cable and the scale, slide it back in, and then you're grinding by time and you simply adjust it the seconds that you want to grind. So it's very versatile. We find that it works better in a cafe environment with dosing cups. And the advantage of that is you're never waiting for a shot because you can always throw that next dosing cup on there. And because it tears automatically, you don't have to sit there worrying about, oh, did I tear that dosing cup off? You don't have to worry about whether your dosing cups weigh the same or different, which most dosing cups weigh a different weight. So yeah, it's quite functional and easy to use.
And something very simple, but it's one thing I like. The power cable comes out from the bottom, so if you were to drill a hole in the bench, you can go straight through. I like the seamless look. I don't like when grinders or any machine has a power cable coming out the side forced into that position. So in this case, it's made it.
Yeah, and because we're on legs, you can actually move the cable to the sides if you wanted to, or straight down or straight up the back. So it allows you to position it wherever you want within your cafe. So it's been a very reliable, very stable, very consistent grinder. The grind quality itself is very even as well. So yeah, we're really happy with it, really excited with this grinder.
What kind of capacity were you looking for a cafe? 20 to 30 kilos?
It can easily do 30 kilos. It's not the fastest grinder, but if you're using dosing cups, speed becomes irrelevant because in your busy periods you have 4 dosing cups. It's kind of irrelevant, the speed. Then when it gets quieter, you can just switch back down to 1 dosing cup and then off you go. So, but yeah, a 30 kilo account, quite easy. You handle it quite easily.
And when it comes down to cleaning, if you want to remove the hopper, grind through whatever's left, there's a micro switch in under that. So when you do remove the hopper, it automatically cuts the machine out for
That's
safety.
correct, yeah. The machine won't operate. The one thing we do recommend is prior to removing the hopper, closing the gate,
And grind
some coffee out so you don't have any coffee left in the collar.
Yep.
Generally what you might do in a cafe environment, half hour before you close, you might close that off, start grinding that coffee out to run that down, and then just reopen the gate as you need to use it if you get a couple of late orders coming through. But yeah, it does have that safety feature. Once the hopper's out,
Cuts off.
cuts off all power.
Frank, thank you for coming in and showing the ZF64W.
Thanks for having me.
Feel like this is the lesser known of the DF64 range. The DF64 has become super well known, but this one's not as well known just yet.
No, not just yet, but it's something we hope will grow, especially as the industry is moving to more grind by weight. And it's a really good competitive option for cafes out there.
And if you've got any questions for Frank or myself on this grind by weight grinder or any other grinder, let me know in the comments below. And like always, if this video has brought you value, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Thank you and see you on the next video.